Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Patrice, and in this video you will be getting an update because I have been missing in action. You'll be getting a thank you because I've reached a new milestone, and I will be giving you my book goals for 2026. And now let's get started. So first, I would like to give you guys an apology because I have missed posting a new video for like the last 2 weeks. And I just wanted to let you guys know what has been happening. So previously, I told you guys that I took a new job in a hospital. So I am a pharmacist in my professional life, and I have been a pharmacist for about 21 years. It'll be 22 years in October. And I know you guys are wondering, how can someone who looks so young have been a pharmacist for that long? But I promise you, it is true. I know I may look, a little bit young, but I do have all of that experience. So, my previous roles, I was working in retail pharmacy. So, that is like Walgreens, CVS. And then about 2 to 3 years ago, I switched to doing um, a pharmacy position that was in a um, mental health office. So it was mainly like a lot of psych meds and stuff like that. So now, this new position, I have switched to hospital pharmacy. Now, I haven't done hospital pharmacy since I was a student. And like I said, that has been like eons ago. So I have been going through like a lot of growing pains, like trying to get used to everything that I'm seeing. And I like it. And I'm using like a lot of the knowledge that I learned in pharmacy school, but it has been an adjustment. And I also have like a long commute time. So that cuts down on my ability to be able to edit these videos and get them posted to the channel. So I have a backlog of videos. I have some library hauls, I have some book reviews, I have my top books of 2025, I have my worst books of 2025, and I just haven't been able to sit down and edit these videos. I also, like after work, when I come home, it's time to eat. And then, or if I have like Bible study or I have like an event I want to go to, like that's like no time to edit a video. Like it doesn't leave me any extra time to edit a video. So right now, like I batch record on the weekends. So if I'm recording, then still don't have time to edit the videos. And then I added something else to my plate. I also teach a dance class on Monday nights. So after I go to work, I drive all the way back home, and then I have to get to the studio to teach the dance class. So as you can see, I have very limited time to edit these videos, but I promise you guys, for March, there will be a video. Like, I'm going to have all of the videos up for March. That is a promise. You will not miss a video in March. Now, April, I don't know. I can't make any promises about April, okay? I can't. But March, you will get these videos for March. Now, I wanted to give a huge thank you to all of you guys because I have reached a milestone of 100 subscribers. Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who has subscribed, to everyone who watches the videos. Thank you guys for all of your comments and just, sticking with the channel through all of the comings and goings and everything, like sticking with it, and you continue to watch and support me. I really appreciate it. And I am so happy that you all are here. I know 100 subscribers does not sound like a lot, but it is a lot to me because when I started this channel, I did not think anybody would want to watch and hear what I have to say about these books. But I am so glad to have found this community, and I'm so glad for all of the friends and other booktubers that I have met in these booktube streets. And what makes it even, I guess, more like mind boggling, well, not mind boggling, but what makes it even sweeter for me is like I know the people that are subscribing are like really interested in books and things, or like it's like really organic and people are like finding the channel, because I haven't told like any of my friends or family that I have a booktube channel and that I make booktube videos. Like nobody knows. The only people in my family that know are my children, and that's because they can hear me like making the videos, so they know what I'm doing. But nobody else knows. Like I haven't told anyone else. And one of the reasons why I haven't told anyone else is because, people like to be haters and they like to, interrupt your joy and stuff like that. So I don't want anybody coming on and being like, well, you should do this and you should talk about this. And oh my goodness, the videos, you know, you can do this to make them better. And rah, 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 rah. So I don't want to hear that. And I also, like, it would make me even more nervous when I'm recording and talking if I knew people that I actually knew were watching the videos. So I have a question, like, for all of you other booktubers, like, have you let your family and friends know that you have a channel? Like, how do you navigate that? And like, do they like give you like tips and pointers and stuff? Like, do you tell them like, look, I'm going to let you know about this channel, but don't say anything to me about it. Like, don't give me your 2 cents because I don't want it. Let me know like what you guys are doing. I'm very interested to hear like what everyone else is doing or your opinions on the topic. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching, and I can't wait to continue to keep growing. Thank you. So let's move on to my book goals for 2026. So the first thing is that my reading goal is for 50 books. That is something attainable that I know I can reach. And that is the same thing that it was last year, and I exceeded it. So I'm going to leave that as is. But here are some things that I am going to change for 2026. The first thing is to stop comparing myself to other booktubers, especially those with um, huge followings. So, like I said, I am happy to have reached 100 subscribers because that is a lot of people to me. And sometimes when you see the bigger booktubers, um, their followings, and then they get like arcs and stuff like that, or they get like what is it, like the book boxes, like the free promotional things sent to them. Like it can be discouraging for someone who is a smaller creator like myself. But I also don't want this to be like a job either. Like, I started the channel because I wanted um like a fun hobby to do, and I wanted the channel to be fun. I didn't want it to be like high stakes. And so I think when you have like a big following and stuff like that, then it becomes more of like a job or work. And then I think you're just like hurrying to put out content, which can also give you like more stress and make you more anxious. So I am not looking to do that. So I am going to continue doing what I have been doing. I have met some great people that way, like in Booktube, like making friends with other um, booktubers and stuff like that. So I am just going to keep plugging along and keep um, doing what I'm doing and adding things on as I get the time and space to do so. The second thing that I'm going to do in 2026 is I am, well, I'm not going to stop, but I guess maybe I will limit the number of popular uh, books that I read, because I feel like we are all reading the same books, and that can get like kind of boring, um, just because you see everybody talking about the same thing. So for me, myself, my favorite genre of books to read are mystery books. And I have found one other Black booktuber who reads cozy mysteries and um, mystery books. And really, I want to keep like promoting my cozies, especially cozies with African American characters and Black authors, because I feel like they don't get um, as as much shine or promotion as the other cozy mystery writers. So I'm definitely going to keep reading my mysteries, but you know what draws me to a book? I am drawn by like the covers. So if the cover can pull me in, and if the jacket seems interesting, like when I read the summary, then I will get it. Like, I usually don't, know like, is this contemporary fiction? Is this a historical fiction, or those kind of things? Like, now that I have been doing like this channel, like I can pick out what kind of book it is like a little bit easier. But even still, I am still going by vibes. Like, the cover is really what will most times have me pick up a book. And then again, like I said, if I find it interesting, I'll read it. So I'm not totally leaving out like the popular books and stuff like that. And I also take a lot of recs from like the other booktubers that I'm looking at. But I don't know, like, I just feel like we're all reading the same kind of books. So like, in some of my hauls, I have gone back to books from like 2020 or 2021 and those kind of things. Or I've picked like some historical fiction that has like mythology in it. Or I'm doing um, like a book of essays. Like, that's something that I'm reading now. So I'm going to try to incorporate more of those kind of things. They may not necessarily be the most popular books, but again, it's just going to be like more of the things I'm interested in instead of trying to keep up with what everyone else is reading. Now, let's see. Number 3, I have decided I am going to read at least one nonfiction book every quarter. So I have, I don't know if you guys can see, so I have reorganized my books. So right here, that is a lot of like my self-help nonfiction. And in this section, I have like a lot of my devotionals and um, like spirituality, those kind of books in that pile there. So I am going to be doing at least like one nonfiction per quarter, and I'm going to try and whittle down some of these books. So, first nonfiction book that I have put on my list to read is The Garden Within. And I have started this book and I didn't finish it. So that's why this will be the first one that I do, because I actually want to finish this. And this is by Anita Phillips, and I've talked about this book before. So she talks about how our like emotions are like we're wired like a garden. So the heart is sort of like the soil, and that we have seeds that are dropped in. So, like, like if someone tells you, like, oh, you're smart or you're beautiful or, you can't do anything right or um, you're no good or you'll never amount to anything. So, those are the seeds that get deposited into our heart. And so, when the seeds grow, they grow into our thoughts. And that is how um, our emotions, it sort of looks like a plant. And she just, um, and I guess like what she's asking, like, what do you have planted in your garden? Like, do you need to do some weeding? Do you need to pull out those bad seeds or those bad thoughts and get rid of them and replant like something new? Instead of saying to yourself, like, I never do anything right, you say, well, I can do hard things, something like that. So it's just like having you really rethink like what's growing in your garden and how can you um, change out like the weeds and the difficult or bad thoughts for healthy thoughts. So this was very, very interesting to me. I really enjoy it. And I would definitely recommend, like if you have a book club or you have like a women's group or Bible study, this would be a good book to add um, to your list of things to read. Let's see. Oh, so number 4, I wanted to DNF more books. And I know that sounds wild and crazy. But for me, I am somebody like if I start something, I like to finish it. And I am making a promise this year that if I find that I am not enjoying a book, that I will just stop reading it. Like I do not want to continue to read something that is not making me happy or that I'm not enjoying. I don't want to do that any longer. And the last thing that I want to do this year is to update my Goodreads more often. So I haven't even finished updating Goodreads for 2025. Like I have no idea like how many books I have actually read in 2025 because I haven't updated my Goodreads. So I know I at least made my 50 book goal. I think I'm at 53 books, but I think I have only made it to like June of 2025, like with my updating. So I still have like the whole second half of the year to go. So I know I've probably read at least 70 books. Um, yeah, at least that many. So I definitely want to update Goodreads more often. But those are all of my goals for 2026, or the things that I want to do this year. Um, Let me know down in the comments, like, what are you guys going to do this year? As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.